Listen, beautiful people, I gotta give you guys credit. I can't just give myself credit. Why? Because we all predicted that Lester Martinez, the Guatemalan monster, and Christian Mbilli, the fellow monster, were gonna steal the show. And they definitely did steal the show, let me tell you. It was by far the most exciting fight, the best fight, the most violent war on the probably one of the most historic cards of all time. Lester Martinez versus Christian Mbilli. And now breaking news, beautiful people. The rematch is gonna happen, and sooner than you think. The WBC, upon a request from Lester Martinez's team, the WBC just announced that they are making the rematch. They officially ordered the rematch between Lester Martinez and Christian Mbilli for the interim WBC championship of the world. And this time, the rematch is gonna be 12 rounds, beautiful people. Can you believe it now? Let's talk about the first fight. What did we say leading up to the fight? I said that Lester Martinez will win by knockout, and Lester Martinez got everything it takes to become an absolute superstar. And even though the man didn't win and he didn't knock out Christian Mbilli, but let me tell you this. Look at their faces after the fight. I mean, I just saw an interview that Lester did with Boxing Scene literally like a few hours ago, and the man's face looks clean. He looks like he just came out of the spa. While Christian Mbilli, he looked like a mess, let me tell you, after the fight. And you can actually, I mean, listen, the draw was a fair result. It was fair because both men gave it their all. But let me tell you this, both men were tired, but Lester was never hurt. But Mbilli was hurt several times throughout the fight, and not just that, beautiful people. You know, this is what I believe the X factor will be in the rematch. Their teams, their coaches. Listen, when you give Team Terence Crawford a tape to watch for a rematch from the first fight, I promise you, beautiful people, Coach Bomac, Coach Saul, Coach Red, the team of Bud Crawford, which, I mean, they're all the same team for Lester Martinez, they are gonna come up with the perfect game plan to get it right this time. Because let me tell you, history will show you that Team Crawford, they do unbelievably well when you talk about rematches. Let's talk about it. Chris Eubank Jr., when he got knocked out by Liam Smith in the second fight, what did the man do? He trained with Team Crawford for only 5 weeks. And Chris Eubank, that showed up for the rematch, looked like a completely different, not just fighter, but he looked like a completely different human. When you talk about his conditioning, when you talk about his shape, when you talk about his confidence, his IQ, and he knocked out Liam Smith and avenged his loss, avenged his only knockout loss. Now, when you talk about Christian Mbilli, listen, I love Christian Mbilli also. The man, gotta give him all the credit. He's unbelievably tough. But I believe that I'm gonna go back to my first prediction. I believe that Lester Martinez will knock him out this time. I believe Lester Martinez will finish the job. Because let me tell you, he hurt him many times. And what did I say in my breakdown? I said that Lester Martinez can knock him out, coming in with the uppercut. And let me tell you, beautiful people, Lester smothered a lot of his shots, and Lester Martinez was nearly a 5-1 underdog. Being a nearly 5-1 underdog, never fighting at the elite level and going toe-to-toe and having a draw with the interim champion, let me tell you, not too bad. Let me tell you, beautiful people, not too bad from Lester Martinez. And let me tell you this. You know, Lester Martinez got everything it takes. I truly believe this, beautiful people. Lester Martinez got everything it takes to become an absolute superstar. What makes a superstar? What? Is it the knockout power? Is it the undefeated record? Is it the great personality? Is it the beautiful looks? Is it the dimples? What is it? Whatever it is, Lester Martinez got it. And he got it in buckets. And let me tell you this. The man, this is what's going to be also another X factor. The confidence. You know, you can tell in Lester's interviews leading up to the Mbilli fight, he wasn't too sure if he actually belonged at the elite level. Because if you go back and watch when they interviewed him on the UFC Embedded, he said that, you know, he's so tough. Mbilli is so tough. He's so powerful. Like, you can tell that Lester didn't really know what he was getting himself into. Why? It's because it was simply his first fight at that elite level. And now, after going, and he just said it in the interview now with Boxing Scene, he said, I must be doing something right. I just had a draw with the interim champion of the world in my first step of fight. I know I can be better. I know I'm doing something right. I know I can adjust. And most importantly, I know for a fact that I can win this fight. And I can win the rematch. And I can look good while doing it. And especially now with the advice of Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford, arguably the greatest fighter of all time, will be in Lester Martinez's corner. Let me tell you, beautiful people, I believe that we have seen the best of Mbilli. But I certainly don't believe that we have seen the best of Lester Martinez. And if you actually look at Lester's career, the man has never really had a fight where he took a lot of punishment. But Mbilli, you can't say the same. Mbilli, in many of his last few fights, I mean, when he doesn't knock you out early, he gets dragged into a war. And I actually don't understand Mbili's game plan. You know, usually Mbilli fights in a much more controlled pace against everyone. But for some reason, the moment the first bell rang versus Lester, he fought, I gotta be careful with what I say, he fought like everything but an intelligent fighter, let me tell you. I'm not gonna say he fought like a stupid man, he fought like a madman. I'm not gonna say that, I'm not gonna disrespect Mbilli, love Mbilli, but he fought, what was that? I mean, the moment the first bell rang, I mean, usually Mbilli enters the pocket and enters close range after his jab. After moving side to side, throwing the jab, he enters and goes to the body. But this time, he just completely abandoned everything and entered the mid-range and the close range versus Lester with zero defense, zero head movement, zero jab, just purely entered head first and was just waiting to get knocked out. But he's so tough, he's so rugged, he got so much heart. And even his coach, Mark Ramsey, told him, he was like, hey, listen, I know, he was telling him in between rounds, I mean, look at his face. He was getting busted up, he was getting peppered with so many shots, and he kept rinsing and repeating. He couldn't adjust for in a single exchange. And I was shocked. I actually believe that Mbilli is much better than what he showed. I don't know what it is. Maybe it was the occasion. Maybe it was the 70,000. Maybe it was the football stadium. Maybe it was his first time fighting at the big stage. I don't know. But one thing I can tell you, because I watched every single Mbilli fight available before that fight, I was shocked. You can tell that the man wanted to make a statement. He wanted to like drop the jaws of the crowd. But like, in all honesty, I don't know if that was the smartest thing to do. Let me tell you, beautiful people. But I'm not sure how much better can Mbilli get. I'm not sure, beautiful people. But one thing I am sure of, one thing I can promise you. I promise you, beautiful people, Lester Martinez will show up for the second fight better than ever, more confident than ever, more prepared than ever. And God willing, it will equal to him producing a star-making performance and a scintillating, breathtaking performance. And I'm going to go back to my first prediction, even though it didn't happen, but I'm going to stick with it. I believe that in the rematch, Lester Martinez will knock out Christian Mbilli.